25. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers for him from a week ago: 23 carries, 96 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
What's the deal, y'all?
So they decline it, as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
The Dolphins take over first.
The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Tagovailoa's pass.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. On the right side open is Gesicki. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making it.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The former and Williams there to bring him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 32-yard line. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
This is Gaskin on the carry. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
It's a gain of 6.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. They'll run now with Gaskin. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
From the 10, 1st and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a 1st quarter lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Tua now on 1st down. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
Number 35, the ball.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 carries, 106 yardage-wise, and the score as well.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 12 yards there. The Dolphins have a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 18-yard line. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Tua to try again on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like...
And he will take it in front.
They'll have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll roll him out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. But now it'll be 3rd down.
He was covered by Noah Igbenogany.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch on that one for Kelsey, and it's a first down. Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going. To appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. That's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the Dolphins' 29-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off down at the 2. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Tua finding Williams for a Dolphin first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
22.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Breida, the ball carrier.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. The screen good for for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Chiefs' 7-yard line.
Now Tua. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Jason Sanders.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's Gaskin. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He is going to find Hill here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score.
A gutsy call. 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it. Because to me, it was stacked up for a run situation. Strength on strength. And they decided to put the ball in the air. And what a result. Big-time play.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. He's doing his job, but the bottom line, they're losing. They've got a deficit to make up here, and he knows it.
And quarterbacks who last in this league learn that lesson really early. You may have had a great stat line and felt pretty good about how you played, but if your team didn't win, it almost doesn't matter. And right now he's adopted that attitude. How do I get better? How does my team get better? How do we find a way to win the game?
He's hoping to lead his team to a successful drive. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into The end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 20, 10,
ain't nothing!
all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Touchdown.
Gus Edwards, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
First and 10 at the
A gain of 6 there on first.
Two are going to try and go quickly here. He gets this one complete to Bowden.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 2 now on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away at second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. That one complete to Hill. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Gain of 16 yards. First down, Kansas City.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. That's who is running back, Edwards-Helaire. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. So we have come to half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. He'll get this complete to his running back, Bowden. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Tackle made.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line.
1st and 10.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the shotgun, Breida. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's tough time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Tua. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. And hang on here, because still down after that play is Marquise Brown. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Now they try the right side here. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to pass. Tua looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. This will be caught at about the 5.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
It's a game.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
21-yard line.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 27, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. The 30. 10.
Oh, my
and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 73 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And we'll see what the big tight end Mike Gesicki and the rest of the offense has in store. And the numbers show it, low involvement early. But since he's been involved, it's been a good thing for this offense.
Indeed it has, and when you're able to finally get him going, get him fully integrated into the offense, things feel a whole lot better for your team. It expands everything that they do trying to move the football.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
A gain of 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
To his throw, going to find his running back, Breida.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. The third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength. He's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He'll have another first down and more. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well if you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They go play action. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Mahomes. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Harrison Butker for the Chiefs field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
Chiefs 38. Dolphins 21.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
At their own 25-yard line.
Miami set to take over.
And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Caught left side, Williams. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
At the 47-yard line.
Now Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Tua to throw again, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
3rd down and 10.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
The score, Chiefs 38, Dolphins 24.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still got to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
22-yard line.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And he is over 200 yards. We thought this matchup might be good for him. It's been very good for him.
It's been great, hasn't it? It was tough for any defense.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. And a good tackle there right around the 30 stops him short of the 1st down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short. And he didn't get there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. That is caught at the 7. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Running out of the gun here, Breida. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
That'll be complete to Breida. And the Dolphins are going to have themselves a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 7-yard.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now, they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Working from the gun, Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kansas City.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Tua now on first down. Harris has it over the middle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Tua now on first down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Quick slant to Brown. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure. Win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So with 40 seconds left, we'll see the onside kick. If they've ever needed one to go their way, it's now. And this is going to be recovered by the hand seam. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Back to throw, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game.
Makes the score Chiefs 48, Dolphins 38.
So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 35.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date.